How likely is it for your friends or your acquaintances to disagree with you when you're convinced that these goods are of great value? They will agree with you. If they're fully informed, they'll reach the same conclusion. That's how you spread the word, and consumer groups get formed. It boils down to receiving compensation while you're spreading the word. Have you made any investment so far? Not at all. Your living expense is your capital. You have to buy these necessities anyway, and you got a good deal on them. Did you take losses or gain benefits? You gained benefits. The next step is to grow your organization. Will it grow on its own, or will you have to put in effort? To put in effort by talking to others about it. When you're finally ready to inform people, you must be completely convinced that this business is going to be successful. From a theoretical perspective, does this business sound doable? It's definitely doable because it's theoretically feasible. Look at us. We have grown consistently over all this time. Our business has not produced a single victim. What truly matters is how determined you are about starting this business. You should be convinced about this business because we're grounded by a very sound principle. Nowadays, I see many people who really should be working with us. Folks who were born in the late 50s are beginning to retire now. They are the prime-time baby boomers. Those who were born in 1955 and 1956 have retired, and now the 57 and 58 ones are beginning to retire. Still, they have many years left to live. It looks like we live, on average, 40 years after retirement. The current life expectancy is 90. But my generation is expected to live until 100 years of age. We have to live 40 more years. Do we have pension income to live on? So-called successful people have pension. Is it sufficient? They can possibly make ends meet. However, pension is in no way sufficient for a luxurious lifestyle. It might be barely enough. Rumor says the national pension system is not running well. And there's a risk we might lose it altogether. You have to know this. Therefore, successful people are now facing a hard path of planning a new life. How are they going to plan their new lives? Let's assume those successful people have worked for the government, big corporations, schools, and other decent employers. How are they going to support themselves after retirement? With their pensions? Pension alone won't be enough. They need to come up with a plan B. And most of them decide to run their own businesses. They open cafes, diners, and most notoriously, chicken restaurants, which have infested the entire nation. Those businesses have gone through fierce competition and have run their due cycles. The sad reality is that most retirees pour all of their severance pay into their businesses, only to become penniless. You should not have to spend money at all. You must not spend a dime of your severance pay or pension. Save all of it. At the same time, you must look for a job that doesn't cost anything. Does Atomy require investment? We don't. Atomy just wants you to use our daily necessities and tell others to do the same. That's all there is to it. That's why this business is so appealing to retirees. Of course, some might not be good at this and might quit. Still, what would they have to lose? Their severance pay and pensions still remain untouched. Don't idle around or waste your time hiking or watching TV all day. Come to our seminars day in and day out. Go to your center regularly and don't miss out on any events. If you keep getting exposure like that, you will get the hang of it. This might be a little new to you, but you will figure it out. This is how you should do it. Just say, let's just go. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Just keep repeating those 2 lines, and you might be pleasantly surprised. You might run into someone who was born for this. Okay, some of you might not meet anyone born for this. It doesn't matter. Just keep bringing those people who are not born for this over and over again. Someday, they will bring someone else. Then one day, among all of them, a star might be born. You might be someone who is just too shy to even open your mouth. Or a natural thinker with solid ideas, but no ability to really talk to others. Surprisingly, there are some people who are natural-born speakers. If you happen to be a poor speaker, bring smooth talkers to a seminar. How can you do that? Simply ask them to come along with you, to listen to the seminar in this beautiful weather, and to check out the sights around here. If you keep bringing just 1 or 2 people every week, that 1 or 2 becomes 10 and 20. And some people eventually bring in 50 to 100 guests. What happens next with that number of people is that they purchase enough for you to become an auto sales master. You receive $2,000 a month. A retiree receives a pension of roughly $2,000 a month after working 30 years. Let's assume that you've worked 1, 2, or 3 years. If you make $2,000 a month as an auto sales master after working 1, 2, or 3 years, would you consider that quick or slow? Just tell your people that you're taking it easy and slowly. Tell them work is play and play is work. And just casually bring them along. Along the way, you will meet some that definitely need to do this business, and some who want to do this, even after some initial misunderstandings. Many start this as a part-time job. To those who work but think they don't have an adequate retirement plan, show our seminars after work, or whenever possible. Our lecture video clips are available on smartphones 24/7. Tell your people to spread the clips to their peers. Just live your life using toothbrushes and shampoo, putting on makeup, or eating meals and snacks. As you go on, your organization will grow, and you will be successful in the Atomy business. Simply living your life becomes marketing for this business.